So Quality Thought is a #1 training institute in Hyderabad. So we are providing almost 100 of courses to provide practical knowledge to get their jobs. So today we are here to discuss on Cypress. So before jump onto the Cypress, we need to understand what is testing and why do we need to automate and situations demanding automation, that we start from there. Okay, before jump onto that. So let me introduce myself. My name is Ram Prasad. I have 16 plus years of experience in software testing. In these 16 years, I worked on many industries. Okay, so I worked with startups, MNCs, and I worked with manual testing in initial days of my career. Then firmware testing, hardware devices testing, especially worked with BlackBerry devices whenever it is in boom. So we worked with BlackBerry. So I tested BlackBerry devices before getting into the market. So then IoT testing, which is latest in market. And currently we are working towards Gen AI application testing, generative AI applications testing in our portfolio. Right. Coming to the automation tools, I worked with Selenium in the earlier stage of Selenium. So then Cypress, JMeter, okay, and Catalog. So these are my experiences. So today we are trying to understand what is software testing. From here, we can start our journey. Can anyone answer what is software testing? Can we deliver this? To ensure user experience, to automate the web application. Yeah. Ensure user experience. Finally, we can call it as a team, like manual automation performance as a testing team. We are trying to satisfy the customer, isn't it? In terms of user experience, functionality, performance, security, blah, blah, blah. In all the possible ways, we are trying to ensure the application is behaving as per the customer needs, and expectations. This is what testing is. To do this, making customer needs into the consideration or considering the expectations, we are trying to match your expectations with actuals. This comparison is known as software testing. Our intention is not only finding the defects, but also make sure we are good to go with the bug-free software, right? Let's commit on this. So we need to ensure how do we need to do all the things to make sure we are bug-free software, at least from our end. We can ensure that we did a good job and this application is doing good. So customer may not have bad experiences. Customer is able to do whatever he want to do. Right. So this is testing, and we do have several types of testing. In that, functional testing is key aspect. User experience is key aspect. Everything what we discussed now. Performance is key aspect. Security is key aspect. Like this. Every feature, every sector of testing is very important to deliver the quality software. To deliver the quality software to the customer. The first phase is manual testing. For any application, we do manual testing. So with the tester naked eye, evaluating the application. The tester naked eye, evaluating the application, like whether it is doing the right thing or not. Example, you purchased a or you want to purchase a product with the $50, then your total amount should be $50 plus shipping charges $5. Then total amount $55 only. If we want to charge beyond this number, it will consider as issue in the application or bug or defect. So let me show you an example. So 111 rupees or $111 is my hoodie cost. Let me add to cart. It's added. Click on checkout. See this? What is the hoodie cost? 111. So what is the grand total? See this. There is 100 rupees margin extra is occupied for this product. Continue shopping. Okay. So let's add one more. Okay. Let's move back. See the issues. So why do we really require testing? This is an example. See, there is a shipping charges. Even though 111 plus 45, okay. So 156, total amount 156, and shipping charges $8, around $8. So together, there should be a $163.99, but your application is having. So this is your defect. So to identify these defects, to identify these mismatches, we can see our naked eye. We need to try it out. So on your own and try to get the things done. So as per your need. So I hope everyone is a manual testers in this room. Okay. So we are identifying a defect and push it to developers bucket, and they will fix. We can retest and regression test. Then finally, we can release the application with correct details or correct output. What it is? What is the correct output? It should be $163.99 only. Okay, these are the couple of things which we need to expect in your application. Right, this is what we can call it as manual testing. As a manual tester, I identified a defect. So this is how we can able to do manual testing. Second part of the discussion is automation testing. Automation testing. That means instead of a tester, a tool will do this testing again and again. So what we do? Automation testing is taken care by tool and will do this testing again and again without a tester. That means write this test once and run many times without manual involvement. That is known as automation testing. That is known as automation testing. So let me show you a sample example. Yeah, so don't worry. So I'll teach you how we can able to do automation with the Cypress. Okay. Even though you are not familiar with Cypress, that's fine. We can try to create one sample test, which is very easy, like manual testing. Automate academybugs.com. Any website, right? So we need to use extension called cy.js. So what is the extension of Cypress? Let's not worry about it. I'll explain you how to do this. Just a sample. to demonstrate automation testing. Yeah, there are a couple of steps we do have here. Let's not worry about all these things. Okay, so we do these things in the next lecture. I can teach you how to do this. Now, as you are a newbie, we are trying to understand. This is a test suite. You know about the test suite, right? Collection of test cases. So we need to declare a function. This is a test suite. In this test suite, what do we have? In every test suite, we have a test case one, right? First test. Okay. Browse the website. Should not be a spelling mistakes. That's when see. So these are the key takes in the automation. So what we are trying to understand. First, I will write a manual test case. Step one. Browse the URL. What is the URL? https academybugs.com/findbugs. This is a step one in the manual testing, what we did in the previous case. So step two, clicked on hoodie product add to cart button. Step three, click on what is the next button, just for your easy understanding. So automation is very simple, sir. Just follow me. So for a couple of minutes, you'll become an automation engineer. See. So this is first button. First step two, once it is browsed, this is the first step. Click on add to cart. Then click on checkout again. I want to see this. Okay, well, let me delete this. That fixed to only one. Minus update. Just I want to see this price. Okay, so what is the next step? Step three, click on checkout. Step four, check the total price. This is a manual test case. So how we are automating? So with Cypress. Step one, we need to visit the website. That means cway.visit is a facility provided by your Cypress. Let's not worry about all these things. We can teach you slowly one after another. This is to browse. Right? Next, cy.get. So to identify the UI element, where exactly it is. What is the UI element? So let's come back to the previous stage. Let's not worry about it, sir. I'm trying to explain you what is really automation testing. So I'm not teaching you the Cypress. Let's not worry. So this is the add to cart element. Let's inspect. Inspect. This is the add to cart. So we can identify with either ID, okay, class name, ID, class name, or any key value pair attributes. You can do all these things. Okay. So with your application, let me ensure the IDs exist. We are creating to provide the ID. This is the process to automate. And click is an operation performing over there. Okay. So click is operation to perform over there. Just I'm trying. Right. Next, in the second step, yes, we did it. Next, now click on checkout. Identify what exactly it is. Where is checkout? Position is same. Okay. So position is same. So added to cart. There is the information. Now checkout button is transferred to check out now. Again, let's click on it. I'm doing something. Right. So these are the some options. After that, I can move on to checkout page. Again, you clicked on it. I'm capturing some automation related information. So for our easy understanding, let's remove this. This is the one. So here, let's try to identify what exactly it is. Inspect. Or else let me identify this. Next as how much we are expecting? $111. Perfect. We created some tests. We are giving the information for the people one who are coming from manual, how automation will work. So all these things statically, dynamically, and whatever you want to do, you can do it on your practice. The intention is how to run automation script. So how manually we are doing, how manually, we are getting the bugs. What is automation? How it will do. So there is a statement called Cypress open test runner. All these things we can able to have a so detailed discussion, step-by-step discussion, see in our next lectures. Don't worry about it. So this is what we can call it as Cypress Launchpad or test runner. So it will ask you to whether you are going to publish E2E test results or component testing. Component testing is a unit kind of testing, unit testing. So the developers, React.JS developers, so will utilize this facility, okay, and they'll do their component testing. So this is end-to-end testing. So which browser you are supposed to use? This is browser compatibility testing supplied by your Cypress. I want to select Electron as a default browser for your Cypress. Anything you can select. This WebKit is supported by Safari. Safari kind of browsers comes under WebKit family. These three browsers coming from Chromium family. Right. So that is how we can able to do the compatibility testing over there. So now what is my test script name? I forgot about the test script. Automate Academy Bugstack. Let's navigate to that. It's 11 minutes ago. I haven't performed any run. Let's see how it is working, what kind of issues we are experiencing, how exactly it is working. So this is automation. You are not doing anything. You are educating the automation tool and it will do the actions, whether it's good or bad. So in your script, something is went wrong. Cypress is not an intelligent, so we need to educate the Cypress. So that means Cypress detect uncaught errors originating from, so your test code, it will automatically fail the current test. So we can fix these errors. Okay. Instead, I'm giving only one statement. Then we can able to enable this. So I save and it automatically render my application. Just I save. I haven't run it once again. Still it is getting the error. It is not supposed to have anything. Just give me a minute, guys. Why it is uncut exception comes to the picture? We are using only one. See where it coming. So just give me a minute. So it is having some framework level issues. I do have so many questions. I'm not sure what went wrong. That's fine. So I'll run one test case and see how it is working. Or else we can able to move on to the another repository. So just to understand what is automation. So just give me a minute, guys. Instead of fixing that problem, so it is taking some time. So let me move on to the another repository where we can see automation. We can see this fix later in the next lectures, and we can see that. So, just let me run one particular script. Right. So just I'm creating a folder. So for our demo purpose. So as we have struck up with the previous code, so I'm creating a folder. So within the folder, I'm opening the Visual Studio Code. In the next lecture, we can able to teach you how to install and set up so your Cypress at your local computer. For now, for a quick demo purpose, so we can do the needful things here. So terminal, create the new terminal. So there is a one particular statement to install the Cypress. npm install Cypress --, latest get the dev server. So this will install so a couple of things in your Cypress. Okay, right. So it is trying to do. So it is not huge setup installation kind of stuff. So it will going to do all the needful things for your Cypress. It is run on npm. Okay, so just little pause on automation. We'll do our own scripting in a couple of minutes. So Cypress, let me introduce about the Cypress. Cypress is a fully baked software. Cypress is a fully baked software. So with detailed documentation, easy install, okay, inbuilt framework. Okay, so ideally speaking, there is no need of page object model or Cucumber to do automation with the Cypress. Okay, but as we are habituating to do that, so we can able to integrate POM as well as Cucumber into your Cypress code. But ideally, we do have a Cypress actions replacing page object model framework. Okay, so it is simple to understand in easy English kind of keywords. So it is replacing the BDD integration default. But so we are habituating to use from so many years. So POM and BDD frameworks. So that's the reason they are providing, adopting extra facilities to do these things as well. So nothing much is important. So we can mainly focus on POM. So page object model. So if you're not aware of all these things, if you're not from Selenium, let's pause for a couple of minutes. So BDD framework. So like behavioral driven framework, which is example Cucumber, which is famous and open source. So we can able to integrate with the help of extra plugins. And people coming from Selenium, much keen towards Expa. So earlier days of Cypress, they supported plugin with the name Cypress XPath. So by using this, we do have a cy.xpath. So where you can able to insert your XPath here. Any XPath, absolute or relative XPath, and perform assertions here. So this is the information we do have. The people one who are coming from Selenium or similar kind of automation tools. So existing structure we are implementing, but ideally those are not required. So we do have internal framework to define everything we do with as well as so we do implement in our course. So and a couple of projects are implementing POM and BDD. So as previously we are having robust knowledge on that, and it is very convenient and easy to understand as well. Right. So features of Cypress. In couple of minutes, our Cypress is ready to run first pass test or fail test. If it is taken the consideration of other tools, at least required couple of hours. Configuring your tools, configuring your drivers, all the things. Second thing, there is no middleman layer. What is middleman layer? So if you are using Cypress, so there is no middleman layer. You directly run on your local browser without having any third-party involvement. So your tests are quick and giving right customer experience. But coming to the Selenium, there is a driver. So drivers are driving your script. That means it is a middleman layer. So it is initiating the driver and your script will be executing. That is the framework level difference. And mostly, so the people look at the tools. Everything is relevant to the Selenium. Somewhere else, they are depending on the Selenium dependencies. But coming to the Cypress, it is fully not dependent on Selenium. It is completely so new and it is different framework. So Cypress is running their scripts on local browser or call it as direct customer experience. And Cypress is providing fully baked software. What do you mean by fully baked software? So no need of external framework, no need of additional plugins. So you can do your automation, UI automation comfortably with the Cypress. Okay. So methods are Cypress keywords. So it is plain English kind of commands which we are providing. So no need to declare much variables to store the data. Not worry too much to identify the locators. Okay. So Cypress. So POM is a design pattern. So we can able to segregate your, okay. So scripts in between actions and as well as so selectors. We are distributing so between two things. So that design pattern, we don't want to use it. Next, what are the disadvantages? Let me finish the advantages, then we can able to go the disadvantages. Right. So as we are in the Cypress demo, so we need to highlight the advantages over the disadvantages. So need to declare much variables. There is no need to declare the much variables to store the data. So directly Cypress scripts will taken care about yielding the next command, or we can able to use chaining commands to do that activity. Okay, and we do have a Cypress cloud. So we do have a Cypress app which runs in your local computer with command npm Cypress. Okay, run or open. Oh, sorry, it's installation command, right? Install. To run npx Cypress open is a GUI. npx Cypress run is your command line interface. So this is available on your local computer and it is open source, free to use. Open source. You can access their code in GitHub repository. You can customize according to your need and no need to pay anything. Exactly similar to Cypress. Exactly similar to, sorry, Selenium. So Cypress Cloud is another facility provided by Cypress team. That means we can run, okay, we can run your scripts on their cloud server. Okay, here we do have advanced features like a replay. Okay, so debugging on the failed test cases. Okay, next we do have a parallel execution. So we do have a grid concept in Selenium where we can able to initiate so a couple of devices for parallel execution. They are providing simplified version of parallel execution with a CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so it is very easy to customize and they're providing simplicity. And as providing their simplicity and they're providing very easy access, it is commercial. It's a paid service. Okay, so this is disadvantage. So their reporting system and parallel execution is paid one, and you can do it with the help of your DevOps team. But it is less expensive compared to the other tools, so companies can bear. So nowadays, companies are using Cypress Cloud as a package. Why it is we need to do? For quicker automation for your deliveries. Instead of you doing that, so Cypress Cloud already did it. So we can able to pay the amount, we can able to do it. For your training purpose, Cypress Cloud is providing a free version for 500 test runs for 50 users. So you can able to play for POCs, proof of concepts for your client. You can able to this facility. So top 500 results you can able to provide you. This is for every month. Every month for your practice, it will be so renewed. So this is about the Cypress Cloud. Together, we are achieving creating the scripts very easily. Okay, maintaining the scripts, running the scripts very quickly or very okay. So with rocket speed, this is the slogan. Run the scripts in rocket speed. So I can show you how exactly it will work in the parallel execution, how quickly we can able to execute. So what is Cypress Cloud? What is Cypress app? Okay, disadvantages mainly. So we are using CSS selectors sometimes. So we are finding a difficulty to identifying the objects. So for iframes, like pop-ups, so we do have a internal error handling. Sometimes it is throwing unnecessary errors. So we need to catch those errors by providing inbuilt error handling. And other difficulties we do have here is coming to the browser compatibility. There is no direct support for Safari browsers or okay WebKit browsers. The browsers which are running on WebKit. Okay, so you can able to identify couple of advantages for every tool, couple of disadvantages as well. So this list goes on as well, but the finding you advantages. So nowadays we do have a quick automation. Okay, so quick automation need to be done to deliver quality output in the agile speed. So to do so we are taking the help of Cypress to deliver good things. Okay, and we do have a couple of disadvantages as well. Any tool will have a disadvantage. So CSS selectors troubling you in between to identify. So advanced objects like shadow downs, iframes, those things, everything will have a remedies, and we do have a support through Safari kind of browsers. Okay. And there is no kind of mobile app supports. Okay. So, and else. So these are the things we do have quickly towards this. There is no mobile app support, so we can't able to do it. So coming to the Selenium, there is a extra application called Appium. So we need to have the capabilities to do web application and mobile apps with the help of Selenium plus Appium. But so this tool is specially designed for web automation and API automation. So coming to the advantages, we can partially do. Okay. So let's web application, UI automation. We'll do on local browser and API automation. As we are using Postman, we don't want to use Postman. So we can able to do API automation like REST assured. So within the, so every tool will have advantages and disadvantages. So these are the couple of advantages and disadvantages coming to the Cypress. Main advantage is it is fully baked software with a easy installation. Okay. So beautiful documentation and support. So whenever you feel some difficulty, you can able to approach. So Cypress community. So we do have a open source tool, right? There is a community. Community softwares or community plugins also there to provide extra capabilities, which we can call it as disadvantages by using. So community members for their need. So they are providing so many applications. Okay, for additionally supporting your Cypress. Okay, Cypress plugins page, we can able to have a look. This is the Cypress website, our homepage. So test, automate, accelerate. This is their caption. Okay, there is a Cypress cloud and there is a Cypress application. So you can able to see the products. Cypress app is the first version which is released. Browser testing, visual debugging, fake resistance, delightful experience. So automatically we can able to detect the flaky test. What do you mean by flaky test? Inconsistent behavior. It will be identified by Cypress. Next one, Cypress Cloud. So you can able to scale your testing. So with DevOps speed. So smart orchestration, visual reviews, test analysis, integrated workflows. All these are paid things. Even though there is a free version of Cypress, we can't able to see all these things. In the free version of Cypress Cloud, for 1 month, 500 runs with tester replies. And so debugging the failed test, giving the parallel execution. These are the facilities provided. Let me show you that as well. Let me log into my Cypress Cloud account. So it is saying that you are reached the free limit. That's fine. So let me go with the projects. This is how we can able to see the projects here. This is the project 1. This is the project 2. This is the project 3. So every organization will have a default project. This is the run. So you can able to copy paste in your local computer. So local computer Cypress scripts and Cypress Cloud will be integrated together. So the integration they are providing very easily. Let me open one project for your demo purpose. So these are the results we do have. So let me see what is parallel execution with 2 users. What is the parallel execution with 4 users or 12 users? See this. There are test results, 35 test cases will be executed. How many specs? 35 specs. So errors, 35. Everything is failed. Do not worry about the fail and pass. This is your previous history of test runs. Everything is documented. So these are the spec prioritization. Auto cancellation is available only on paid version. So see this parallelization. Let's see the analysis. Let's have a look at this. Cypress itself is providing the projection. In your local computer, it is taking 6 minutes of time. Why? Because one machine, one path of test execution. But if you adopt 2 machines, then your time will be reduced to half. If you adopt 12 machines. It will be executed within 30 seconds, 37 seconds. So as you have 35 specs, this is the ratio of conversion. If it is 3,500 tests, there is a huge time saving for your execution by using parallel test execution. So these are the two machines. So machine 1, what are the tests we are executing? These are the spec name. 1, 2, 3, up to 18 specs allocated for machine 1. See, this machine 2 is executing third test case and last test case. 7 specs are executed here by machine 2. This is called parallel execution. Whenever there is no dependency, in the Cypress we do not have any dependency. So every spec is a test suite. We can able to execute parallelly. So without having an interruption. So we can do this in a 2-machine analysis. Let's see the machines here. This is the machine level, a report machine wise. There is a bar chart to understand your report. This is the chart. So this is a spec wise chart. Okay. So there is a output. What is the console output we do have? This is the console output for this spec. How many tests pass? How many tests fail? Is there any screenshot? Is there any video? Everything is default. You don't want to do anything. You can enable the feature. You can disable the feature. Okay. So this is the spec run and the screenshots is captured. And everything is available in the uploading cloud artifacts. All the artifacts will be uploaded to the cloud. So this is screenshots is capturing by use of Cypress Cloud. Cypress Cloud is advanced tool. So compared to the any automation, it is advanced and it is giving best outputs. This is a screenshot captured. What went wrong in the application. So next thing, there is a video, a reference for you, for your test. How many seconds it is? 492 milliseconds. So that's fine. So if it is a huge test, you can able to see the video as well. Fine, I will show you. So these tests are failed because of the, so what we can say, base URL I changed intentionally. That's the reason it got failed. So this is the play button. So nothing is executed this time. So you can able to see one more thing. It is providing, so operating system and which operating system we are using, which browser we are using. It is the Electron browser 118 version. All the information is captured. So by your script, let's open this. This is a detailed workflow of your application. There is an uncaught exception. That uncaught exception is coming from Cypress Cloud. This is the uncaught exception. We can't able to run. That is the reason. So previous demo application, we got an uncaught exception, right? My local computer for that project is assigned to cloud. That's the reason we got an issue. So if you remember, this is the error we observed in our Cypress execution. So my local computer is bonded with this Cypress project. That's the reason we had an issue. So that is the reason. So we installed locally. See this is how we have a detailed analysis for future reference. So this is archive this run. You can able to remove this run from your project repository. Let's come back to the previous screen. We can see 12 machines. How exactly we are working with 12 machines. That is last discussion for the Cypress Cloud. Then we can jump on to our Cypress app. For very easy understanding, there is a 12 machine commit. So I use 12 parallel devices for the same test. Let's see the output, how it is working. See analysis. So previously it started from 1 and it is delivering up to 12 machines. Now I use 12 machines, 36 seconds. And there is an occupancy of 21 machines. And this is 32 seconds. You can see machines once again. Let's not worry about it. We'll have a detailed discussion towards Cypress Cloud capabilities in the future lectures. So this is Electron browser. This is Ubuntu. This is E2E folder. These are time allocated. These are the test specs, or test suites, or test cases we executed in this particular file. How many machines? 12 machines. There are 12 machines. Where are the machines? These are the machines. Previously, we are allocating 17 and 18 for 2 machines. Here, my contribution is 4. Why? Because 35 by 12, around 3 tests. See, the allocation is for 2 and 1 and 4 specs. The first machine is having the huge time. That's the reason it is executed 4 test cases. After that, we do have allocated for the 12 machines distributed your scripts. So this is how your parallel execution will work with the help of CI/CD pipeline. Here I am using Circle CI to integrate your Cypress Cloud, Cypress app, and a GitHub. These are the things we are using. So as a project to run on parallel execution. So let's come back to your Visual Studio Code. Okay. So here we install. So this is the first step. We install the Cypress npm init. We are creating the project name and everything. Click on enter, nothing. Your project package.json is ready. Now npx Cypress open. Very first time I'm opening. So first time using Cypress, you need to provide the permissions to allow publicly use this particular application. Fine. So we need to have a Cypress playground. We can call it as a Cypress playground. In which folder you created this npm install Cypress, that folder it is captured. All your specs available here. We can able to configure. Is this configured? No. I mentioned fully baked software, right? I'll explain why it is fully baked software. So all the configuration files you don't want to set up on your own. So you can able to configure these things. All scripts are configured by your Cypress. Example.json file for test data purpose, it will be captured here. Commands, you need to customize your commands. You can write like this. This is a sample command where we need to remove the comment to work on this custom commands feature. Let's not worry about these things. Okay, we can able to use everything and we can make yourself as an expert. This is the import command to import customized commands into your end-to-end testing. This is the framework, right? Second thing, the configuration. So how your script run. This is the driver script. All your Cypress configurations. So what we are enabling, what we are disabling in this particular folder. You don't want to search for Google. You don't want to do anything. Everything will be taken care by Cypress installation and configuration. So in the first time, so in your setup, you can do this. This is the very first time we are doing this. So by default, how many browsers is installed in your local computer? I install Edge, I install Chrome. I don't have Firefox. Let's check it out. Firefox. Nothing is there. You need to install. If you install Firefox, you can see a fourth tab here. If you install WebKit, WebKit is a third-party package we are installing for our testing purpose. It is still in Cypress experimental stage. Click on end-to-end testing. It was fully configured and you can see respective folders is automatically copied into your, this is Cypress config. It was captured automatically by Cypress itself. You are not doing anything. You are simply clicking on next. There is a browser open based on your selection. So you can click on example specs, which is created by Cypress. There is a create new spec. You can able to create your own spec. Either is fine. You can click on examples. Okay, got it. If you want to create a new spec, create here. Create a new spec. Provide a name. My first spec. Create spec. A template test case will be created for you. A template test case will be created for you. My first spec is executing on behalf of you. So we pass up the automation, right? Instead of you open a browser and browsing this URL, Cypress will take care about it. This is a folder structure we do have. So how many times you can able to run? As many times you can able to open. Right? So this is the configuration we do have in your, there is a folder created by Cypress installation itself. Okay, or Cypress configuration itself. Open the folder. There is a UTE folder. where you can able to create all your end-to-end tests. These are scaffold examples, which are examples with the Cypress scripts to understand very well about your Cypress capabilities. Actions, what kind of actions you are going to perform, aliasing, how to rename your test scripts, as well as assertions, everything, an example for your easy understanding. Okay, so this is my first spec. We created it for your understanding purpose. Fixtures, where you are saving your test data, username, password, and we can able to retrieve the information by using cy.fixtures in future. Support, we do have a comments. You can able to create your custom comments. So here you can have a facility. Suppose you want to use login, you can write the scripts like this. Any script in your file, you can use your custom keyword, your own created login. So this is how we can able to use. cy.visit is the capabilities provided by Cypress. cy.login you created on your own for your own purpose. Custom keyword, we can call it as custom keyword. To do all these things, let's come back to your automation. What is automation? This is a manual test. You executed manually. If you want to do this test on behalf of you, so you will do this. Cypress will taking care about your test execution. Okay, on behalf of, and provide you the result for your test. So for this, we need to train the automation script, or trying to automate, or what we can call it as Cypress need to understand what exactly you are supposed to. Okay, so you are supposed to run. To do so, we need to indicate three possibilities. Write the script to understand where exactly your UI component is exist. So identify UI component in Cypress. We can call it as selector. In the Selenium, we can call it as locators. So CSS selectors we can able to use. So by using ID, class name, we do have a data-test attribute. So in my project, so our developers implemented data-test attribute, which can't change for your development purpose. It is only for design for test. So you can able to have a key value pair. So you can able to use that. Okay. So mostly we can able to use data attributes. If there is no data attribute is matches your requirement, let's go with the ID. So these kind of best practices we do have in the Cypress. Next, add validation statements called assertions. It is exactly similar to your English. Should have dot text. It validate that is your text message is having the Ram Prasad or not. So we have dot attribute, all the attributes we can able to mention. Contain part of test. This is the exact match. This is the match. Contain have dot value. So many things we do have here. So here we can able to assert like should. Okay. Contain something like that. Have dot text. These things we can able to provide as an assertion. So this is the second thing we need to understand, how to train Cypress with locators or selectors, identify where exactly your UI component is available. Second thing, what kind of validation we are performing. So before that, if you want to perform any action, we do have an actions. Very important thing is Cypress actions. As it is running on the browser, so we are having actions here like a click, select. Okay, so go to the previous page, go to the next page, previous, next. Okay, all these capabilities we can try to automate. Okay, so this is how we can able to run. You can able to run and see the So as we are running out of time, so we can do all the rest of the things in the next lecture. People, prerequisite, what is the prerequisite to learn your Cypress? First one is manual testing is mandatory. Either you have an experience, either you have a knowledge. If you are able to write test cases, you will learn Cypress. Prerequisites to learn Cypress. First thing, you can able to write manual tests for web application, or you will be a API tester to run your API tests in Postman. If you understand these things as manual, okay, approach, you can automate your scripts, either UI or API, through your Cypress tool. For UI, cy.get is the basic method. For API, cy.request. So by using this, so how you are automating. So with other tools, in a easier way, we can able to automate your Cypress scripts. Okay, second thing, basic programming language. Okay, that is only JavaScript. No other language is supported by Cypress, like Selenium or Playwright. So these tools will support any language, but Cypress is fully designed for JavaScript. So JavaScript is an easy scripting language to do. Okay, so coding from manual perspective. So as a manual tester, you can easily become automation tester by avoiding Java. This is the big difficulty for manual testers. Whenever you are feeling you are not interested or you are feeling difficulty about Java, let's jump onto the Cypress. JavaScript is little easy compared to. So we do start our training with the basics of Cypress capabilities. For first week, basic setup of Cypress, okay, which includes installation, configuration, and understand basic querying commands. Basic first week, so structure of your class, basic querying commands and traversal commands and actions, including assertions. So second week, we spend our time on JavaScript. Third week, advanced topics like shadow DOM, okay, iframes, or UI components, special UI components, new tabs, new windows that we can do. In the fourth week, design patterns like POM, framework like. So last week, fifth week, Cypress Cloud capabilities, CI integration. So in the first week itself, we can use GitHub for your interaction towards classroom notes. Your classroom notes exist on GitHub. Test scripts exist on GitHub. Your assignments, you do have an assignments. These also available over there, and you need to participate in that assignments. Your written, your scripts, same GitHub we will use for your CI/CD pipeline. So you can run parallelly along with me all these scripts. You can practice, you can able to commit. If there is any problems, we can able to rectify your problems in the next lecture. This is about how we can able to deal with. So your no language is supported by Cypress other than JavaScript. It is only one tool, one script, TypeScript as well as JavaScript. TypeScript is having little more advanced feature compared to the JavaScript. So which is having, so typing, you need to define the type. That is only the extra thing. So that we are not covering as part of your lectures. We are fully focused on JavaScript. So we do have an additional lecture on the TypeScript. So on the weekends. So we are seeing so many opportunities, Selenium or Cypress. Selenium or Cypress. Okay, so Java or JavaScript. Any one language, that is the current market trend in India. So UK, it is already evolving in the Cypress. Ping me on my number so I can able to give you a documentation to do so. Girish. So people are coming from manual people. They are having some difficulties towards Selenium capabilities here. So I don't want to introduce anything. So this is my WhatsApp number. And second thing, you can able to write to me about your queries. So you can able to write your queries, how we are handling new tabs and windows, or else you need to wait for a couple of days. So we can able to do this.